Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Cover to Cover. You're here with Mo,
Andrea,
and Morgan.
Today we want to talk about a new docuseries with PBS, people who are being sorted into their Harry Potter houses by J.K. Rowling herself, jealous, a famous book reviewer who is retiring, and what Neil deGrasse Tyson is up to today. But first, we want to take a moment to honor some heroes in the literary world. Librarians! Oh! Yay! Librarians are the gatekeepers to our favorite books, and they shape us from a young age to learn what genres fill our hearts.
Librarians, we want to give a huge thank you for all of the cataloging, organizing, and shushing of noisy children. We know you have a sense of humor, and for that, we are launching a #LibraryPuns campaign.
So guys, we invite you to join us on shedding light on some of the most painful jokes that come from our most favorite people, right? So be sure to check it out on this Facebook page, or you can go to our Instagram page at Go Read Official. So keep sharing the hilarity with your favorite book lovers, and if you have any fun puns yourself, share them and use the hashtag library puns.
#LibraryPuns. You guys, I love that we are doing this campaign because librarians are so often overlooked as people who are really great resources. Did you guys absolutely love your librarian?
Really?
Guys, I was a librarian at one point.
What?
Yes, I was.
Never share this.
No, I've had so many jobs. So when I was in grad school, I was a librarian.
So cool.
Yeah, at a school called Gordon Conwell in Charlotte, and it was just a part-time job, and I had to help people check out books, put books up, and do my own studies at the same time.
Nice.
I
was great.
look up to librarians, especially the ones in universities, because I mean they're overnight. I mean there are 24-hour libraries.
People need help.
Yeah.
Like learning how to use the library and finding what you need takes a lot of work, and so that was fun for me. I really enjoyed helping people find the resources that they needed. I also enjoyed the peace and quiet and the beauty of it.
Yeah.
I too have considered throughout my life becoming a librarian. I've looked into lots of programs when I was like, should I get my master's? What do I want to do? And I'm still in that, what am I doing with my life phase? But I always got librarians on the back burner because it's such a cool job.
I mean, there's a whole undergrad and graduate degree
Yeah.
in library studies. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so kudos to you guys. And speaking of some famous librarians in the world, we're going to tell you guys about one, Belle DeCosta Green. She was a famous librarian who ran J.P. Morgan's personal library, and she oversaw the incorporation of the ownership to the state of New York when she became the very first director of the Pierpont Morgan Library.
Green was always interested in literature and illuminated manuscripts from a young age. Green got the chance to follow her dreams later in life, and she was born into an affluent African-American family by the last name of Greener. But when her parents separated, the women decided to distance themselves from the family name and heritage. She began going by DeCosta Green and claiming a Portuguese heritage. This opened up many more opportunities for her, and she landed a job as a librarian at Princeton in 1905. This door opened an introduction to J.P. Morgan, changing her career forever. In addition to her literary legacy, she is also known for being the world's most fashionable librarian. She was said to be both a society girl and a serious scholar. She was once quoted as saying, "Just because I'm a librarian doesn't mean I have to dress like one." Her gumption went on to inspire many women to follow in her path as a literary asset.
So I kind of feel like that quote she said is a little bit shade because other librarians can be fashionable as well.
I was.
Oh, I'm sure you were, yes. So either way, though, she was completely fabulous. We can all agree on that.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I love where she's going with that because you can be both beautiful and smart and you can dress nice and you don't have to be in this little category. And I think that's how we should be raising girls in the world. We shouldn't.
Everyone, yeah. Don't box people in.
Exactly.
That's silly.
Agreed.
I wonder how she got her foot in the door at Princeton, though.
Well, I'm sure it took a lot of finagling, but she was supposed to be really charming, so perhaps she just smoothed her way right into there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Very cool.
well, a collection that will soon be recommended by librarians everywhere is coming to us from PBS. They're in the works to spark a national conversation about books and to inspire reading with the launch of an exciting new docuseries that we can all be a part of, which airs in spring of 2018.
The new PBS series with the working title The Great American Read will explore the top 100 books in America. It will be an 8-part series that also pairs with a community program to promote and inspire reading. There will be a digital and social media campaign that will culminate in a group vote to choose America's best loved book. Each episode will be 1 to 2 hours in length and will include many interviews with celebrities and other Americans, making cases for their best loved books and spreading the love of literature. So what do you guys think? And what are some books that America will probably vote into the top 10?
Well, it's such a hard question to answer because I'm sure a lot of classics will just make their way up there. Like, I'm sure we can expect to see The Great Gatsby, To Kill a Mockingbird, all the typical things. But what are some things that you guys would hope to see? Because I know for me, y'all know I love Barbara Kingsolver, and I would love to see any one of her books make it into that list. Do you guys have any authors that like you want to see some of their books be favorited by
Are you
everyone
going to say Nicholas Sparks?
The Notebook is going to make it in. Number 1. That is going to make it in. I bet you $10 it will make it in. Yes, it was a great.
sure?
Yes, because so many people watch the film and then read the book.
That's true too. Film is going to change the way that, like, if they're guerrilla marketing just on the streets asking people, film adaptations are definitely going to change.
Then what
the
do
way
you think
people
about
film.
books like Gone Girl? Because I mean, mystery is so huge right now.
Yeah, definitely. We'll probably see some Agatha Christie for some classic mystery, and maybe we'll see a Gillian Flynn. Who knows? People love it.
But I think if they're just asking people in general, it'll be kind of like the Jimmy Kimmel takes the streets, and lots of people don't know the books that have been turned into movies.
Maybe they'll do it like Jimmy Kimmel and be like, "Do you like raising kids that succeed?" And they'll be like, and they'll just like do it.
Check. Vote for that one. Well, guys, let us know in the comments the ones that you think should be on the top 10 list. We'd love to hear. Also makes for good book recommendations as well. But right now, ladies, we have to take a short break. But when we get back, we're going to learn some more news stories and hear what's on Tiffany's nightstand. So we'll see you in just a second.
Well, we can't wait to catch this series, and let us know in the comments again what are some of the books that you think deserve to be in the top 10. And we are just really excited today to talk to you about a huge J.K. Rowling fan. Her name is Jessica Williams, and as great a time as you probably had on Monday celebrating Harry Potter and his creatress, J.K. Rowling, you definitely didn't have as good a time as Jessica Williams did. She is a comedian, writer, director, and podcast personality. And recently, she was with Stephen Colbert to tell us a little bit about her adventures.
So Jessica Williams was always a huge J.K. Rowling fan as she grew up with Harry Potter. When she snagged a job at The Daily Show as a correspondent, she caught the eye of Rowling. Rowling began following Williams on Twitter and direct messaged her, and the two struck up a friendship. How cool is that?
So cool.
They recently met up in London for drinks, and Rowling completed a lifelong dream for Williams. She personally sorted Williams into Gryffindor. Stephen Colbert, who interviewed Williams shortly after the meeting, was feeling a little jealous and left out, so he reached out directly to Rowling to see if he could get sorted. She wrote back hours later, letting him know that he was definitely a Ravenclaw with some Gryffindor tendencies.
I love this. I am legitimately so jealous that this happened. And I read that they so quickly struck up a friendship because Jessica Williams and J.K. Rowling share the same birthday.
Yeah.
And also because Jessica Williams is deeply hilarious and J.K. was looking for some funny friends.
That's crazy. So all three of them share a birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like you're in the colors of your little sorted...
Gryffindor.
Yes.
Yes, so representing today, that is definitely the house I've been sorted into. Have you been sorted?
I've been sorted into Hufflepuff, and
We
I
love
know.
this. We love
okay,
this for
you
you.
don't need to pet me.
Okay.
Some people love Hufflepuffs. Okay, we're very lovable. I'm just saying.
Have you done a sorting quiz, or do you know where you would be? Because I can tell you where I think you belong.
Where do you think I'll belong?
I think you'd get sorted into Ravenclaw.
Okay, I thought you were about to say like Slytherin, and I was like, oh, I don't want to be in the middle. I'm going to get off
No,
the
I think
show.
you're definitely a Ravenclaw.
Okay.
So you and
You're-
Stephen Colbert can hang out.
Good.
Which is not a bad place to be, honestly.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. So tell us in the comments what are the houses that you guys belong to, and if you're so jealous of this relationship that J.K. Rowling and Jessica Williams have struck up, and Google some more photos because they are adorable together. Okay, and somebody who is probably sorted into Ravenclaw due to her meticulous eye for detail and scholastic regard for all writings is feared and revered book critic for the New York Times, Michiko Kakutani. She's recently decided to step down from her post, which she has held for the last 40 years as the New York Times chief book reviewer.
Kakutani is a Pulitzer Prize-winning author and has been reputed to be the most influential voice in book reviews in the English-speaking world. Authors will rest a little easier with her retirement, as she has been known to make or break a novel. Her final review was published on Tuesday, and she will move on to focus on essay writing about culture and politics. The Times book reporting is undergoing lots of change as they are restructuring. They have offered buyouts to employees as the changes take place, and Kakutani is the highest profile employee to opt into the buyout. We'll be sure to stay tuned for all of the changes going on over there.
Wow, 40 years.
And this is crazy. Okay, so she just did her last book review. Like, no pressure on that author.
Right?
You know? Like, people are probably looking this up.
Yeah.
So hopefully that was like one of those novels that was made.
Well, yeah, hopefully she did them a solid and said some good
Yeah.
things. She was really intense, though.
Yeah. Well, speaking of book reviews, we are going to visit with our in-house reviewer, Tiffany, who's going to tell us what she took with her on the road for her vacation this week. So, Tiffany, what is on your nightstand?
Hey guys, good morning from Florida, where I've got John Grisham's Camino Island on my nightstand. And I want you to put this on your nightstand too, because it's another amazing John Grisham novel. Hi John, if you're watching. Guys, John has written over 31 books. That's amazing. And only one of them is nonfiction. So I wanted to throw a little trivia your way today and see if you can identify what one nonfiction book has John Grisham written. Let us know in the comments. I might have a surprise for you. But back to the book. Okay, Camino Island takes place here in Florida, mostly. The first chapter starts out, these guys have gotten together, they're a band of thieves, and they have created a diversion at Princeton University so that they can go in and steal the manuscripts from F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby and other things. So they get away with it, they get the manuscript, two of them get in trouble, two of them get away, and you wonder kind of what's going on with the manuscript. Meanwhile, the scene cuts over to Bruce, who owns a local bookstore here in Florida, and he dabbles maybe in some of the unscrupulous things about book sales, but you don't know that quite yet. Then comes in Mercer, and she's a teacher that's been laid off, and she's a novelist, and you can kind of relate to her if you're in the writing community. And she gets involved. She's been asked to kind of find out what's going on with these manuscripts and be part of Bruce's world. So, trouble ensues here in paradise, and I want you to read the book to find out what happens to these manuscripts. So it's one of the mysteries that I like, right? Like, it's fast-paced but not too fast. It's thrilling but not too scary. You can read it alone at night. It's about books. It's about Florida. What's not to love, right? So put this awesome book on your nightstand by getting it for only 99 cents in our flash sale. And I'll see you guys back in Texas.
Thank you guys for all the comments. We just want to say, Gail, we hear you on To Kill a Mockingbird. That's
Good choice.
definitely
Solid choice.
making the cut. Ivy, Nancy Drew, we all hope to see her. So great. Charlotte, The Stand by Stephen King. Of course, what a great American author. And also, did we see you got sorted into Slytherin? No shade, but good for you. Okay, and thanks so much to Tiffany. We will definitely be sure to check out Camino Island. That book sounds awesome. And another author who wrote a best-selling summer book this year is Neil deGrasse Tyson. He made waves with his books Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. And currently he is wrangling some other authors into an exciting new project that he is working on.
Neil deGrasse Tyson has set out to create a new video game titled Space Odyssey, in which the player experiences an interactive world where players create and explore planets while learning physics at the same time. It's a great companion to his recent book publication, as it's another accessible path to understanding astrophysics. No big deal. To help make the world believable and accurate, he has enlisted the help of other creators. I mean, they're just small people like, Bill Nye, the Science Guy, Neil Gaiman, and George R.R. Martin. The project was founded through Kickstarter just last week. When it ended on July 29th, they raised over $350,000. So we can say this game will probably come in pretty soon. So.
Yeah, and this game looks awesome, and he has a lot of support for it. He has a big following, not only for his books that he's written, but just him as a personality, because he is making it his life's mission to make astrophysics accessible to everybody, and that's so cool because why not try to learn something new?
Yeah. I have picked up this book several times, but haven't read it.
Yeah.
So please let us know in the comments if you have. I want to know more about it.
Yeah, it's on my TBR list.
Yeah.
I just imagine going into Barnes & Noble for learning to cook, and then you end up with all these books about astrophysics. I'll just take that instead.
Light reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, just let us know in the comments what you think about authors building worlds to explore virtually, and if there's a game that you're interested in. And as always, share this post, send us a message, and we will send you a free t-shirt.
Yeah.
We had B Next Styles, which is this one, and Crew Next Styles. So share this post, send us a message, let us know your name, your address, your style, B-neck or crew neck, and what size you would like.
And as always, we have flash sales as well. So we have those free t-shirts and a flash sale today on Camino Island, which Tiffany told you guys about. And so for just 99 cents for the 19 minutes after this episode, you can get your copy.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We will be back on Friday, August 4th at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. Until then, keep reading, writing, and being awesome. I know we will. Bye.
Bye.